Good morning. I'm just waiting till 10 o'clock hits because I know it's 10 at 10. So I'm just here and I'm going to wait for a minute and just wait for some people to jump online. It's nice and cool here in Tari today. Oh, we've got a couple of lovely people on. I can see the lovely Heidi's just jumped on, who was here last week. Welcome. Okay. Well, I may just get started then, and I just want to really thank Russell for inviting me onto Regional Business Connect, and I'm really excited to share with you a little bit of information in this 10 at 10 session. What an awesome idea. Okay, so I'm just reading off my little sheet, so excuse my eyes for reverting. What's the name of my company and location? So I actually have a couple of businesses. The most busy one, I guess, for me is called VA Institute of Australia, which is about virtual assistants. So what I do is I help people who have admin backgrounds and maybe come from a PA or EA or back office admin career, get started as virtual assistants in Australia. So that's VA Institute. I operate from Tari, from my home office. I'm fully virtual as well. I have another business which is growing in a little bit of momentum called Find a VA as well. So Find a VA is where business owners can come on and search for a great Aussie VA. So that's another small business again. I operate it all online. So I am here in lovely downtown Tari right now, and I'm always here generally. Okay, so the next question is, how many years have I been in business? Great question. Few answers to that. So my husband and I did set up a business and are still running that business, which is a photography business. My husband is a photographer and is based in Tari. We set that up, we started that in 1995, so it's a little while now. The VA business, so I've been a VA for 12 years and in the last 3 years I've really started to gain some momentum in VA Institute. So my VA business was where I was providing a service as a virtual assistant based here again in Tari, and I started that in 2008. In 2016 I launched VA Institute, and then in the last couple of years I launched Find a VA, and we really got serious about it in the last 6 months. So that's kind of my timeline. What is my preference for marketing my business and why? So we're talking about Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram. Okay, so yes, all of those. Social media is like huge. And it's been a whole new learning curve for me. I mean, we do utilize Facebook in terms of advertising because that's where our audience often is for VA Institute. We find that, you know, people often gravitate towards Facebook. You know, we have some great communities that I manage. So we've got some groups within Facebook that help VAs get started. It's like really collaborative communities that I run. And so, yeah, Facebook is a place that we find we get a lot of leads. And so we do utilize that platform a lot. Like, we spend a lot of time on that and a fair bit of money. We do get return on investment though, of course. We also do get some great organic leads through our website, I have to say. So, I mean, either or, but, you know, in terms of marketing, I think we've been very fortunate. We're actually in an industry that at this point is growing. So we'd be one of the lucky few, I guess. And, you know, we're getting lots and lots of referrals and leads, but primarily, I guess, social media and Facebook in the main. We do use Instagram. I certainly do use LinkedIn as well. I think that's a critical networking tool. So definitely recommend LinkedIn. Okay, so what's been the biggest business disaster and how did I turn it around? Well, that was a really interesting question. I don't really know. I had to have a bit of a think about that. And I guess, you know, my mind immediately flicked to something that was happening recently in our business. a potential disaster, I guess you could say, is that we invest, I often invest in businesses who provide a service to my business, right? Like we all do. Unfortunately, I've come across some businesses that just do not deliver, and recently we experienced that, and it's pretty devastating actually, and it can be a real disaster, because when it comes to implementing, because like I'm virtual, I use cloud-based applications to run my business, and when someone says they can do something, I trust them, I often pay them up front, and that is kind of a disaster for me if things don't work out, because often what's happening is I'm paying subscription fees and yada yada yada. So how did I turn it around? So in this instance, I'm so fortunate. I've got this amazing team around me, all virtual, of course, and all experts in their own right. So I was able to, in this instance, utilize my fantastic team, one person in particular who's my IT guru, and she just has worked like a Trojan to get this particular application sorted that we thought this third party was going to provide for us. And anyway, so yeah, like it could have been a huge disaster. I was spending oodles of money on the software program, and we had a deadline, and that deadline just didn't look like we were going to make it. So our team member jumped in, really just grabbed it and ran with it, and I'm so grateful. So having a great team, I guess, has been my godsend when we've had disasters. So yeah, that's the way we turn it around. So what are my most important business tools? Oh my God, I could rattle off a list of 50, but I'm going to pick my top choices. So for me, business tools, my website and Facebook are my business tools. Like that is my business, my virtual business shop front. So they're tools that we spend a lot of time in, right? We invest a bit, and we make sure that we keep them current. We're always active, and guess what? Google pays you back if you spend time on your website and you don't just leave it sitting there. You manage to climb up in the rankings, of course. So that's a great thing. The CRM that we're just currently incorporating, which was my disaster, I have to say. I am so excited because since we've just launched it, it's a CRM called Monday.com. Coincidentally, we launched it on Monday, yesterday. I'm thrilled because what that's going to do is it's going to cut back on our admin time to nurture our leads from beginning to end. So, there's several stages in that journey, and I'm absolutely thrilled that we have that. And I just see that as a massive tool because it allows you to automate, cuts back on the human error that's potential as part of that lead nurturing process. Yeah, that's just like, I am so excited about that. In terms of team visibility, a tool that we use a lot in our team is Asana. Again, that is somewhere, I guess if you were looking at a visibility application, for me, that's the answer at the moment. Although I do believe we'll move that across to Monday because Monday is just amazing. But Asana has been our go-to, where our team, have their projects on there. I can quickly jump in and see what everyone's doing, and I love the fact that we have that application. And of course, Xero. So Xero is our software for our accounting platform. Simple, easy. I love the way it works. It makes things so much easier for me and my accountant at the end of the day. What's my most prized business system? I'm just going to say the CRM, okay? I don't need to reiterate what I just said, but yeah, it is going to save me money, and it will hopefully improve our client journey. What's my preference, running a small or a large organization? Okay, so I have to say, I run a small organization, but in running a small organization, what we do is we silo off aspects of the business. So I guess, to all intents and purposes, we do run it kind of like on a large organization model, if that even makes sense. But I do like a small team because we do develop those great relationships, and we're there for each other. So I think my preference would have to be a small organization. But yeah, I'm sure if you're in a large organization, you like that too, right? And how do I maintain my work-life balance? Okay, so I really do love my work and it's just an extension of me. So I don't know, work-life balance is a funny thing, isn't it? I mean, who really knows how to achieve work-life balance? It's about making choices that work for you and for your business and for your clients. So, you know, things like when I travel, which is like, that's a moot point at the moment, isn't it? Actually, I do have to go to Sydney next week, so I'm taking my husband with me and we're going to take some time out for ourselves, and I've factored an extra day in so that we can do some nice things in Sydney if we're able to next week. Let's see. I make time to get out, to catch up with friends, and I'm here for my family when and if they need me. So yeah, I think working from home allows you that too, and I have been working from home from the beginning, so I think I do have a great work-life balance, and I love what I do. I guess that's the bottom line. So that's me. It's 10 past, I'm on time, hip hip. So if anyone has any questions, feel free to drop some messages in. I'm happy to answer those for you. So have a fantastic week, and I look forward to seeing more 10 at 10s on this group. Thank you. Bye.